12 Days of Waiting episode 66 was finally released, and it was the longest episode so far. It certainly was one of the best episodes so far, especially with having all the female Alliance members in the episode. TV Woman better be in the next couple of episodes as well, anyways. Even though how crazy this episode was, it was just the beginning of this arc, because if you read the description of Skibidi Toilet 66, Dafuk Boom wrote, "The final battle begins, ? Does this mean that with this battle the series will end, or does the question mark entail that this is actually just the beginning? I'll get into all this and every crazy secret that happened in this episode, because today's episode was actually the episode with the most secrets so far from what I can see. We'll go over every secret agent appearance in this video, all the foreshadows on the upcoming episodes, and every reversed TV man line that was in the video. So if you enjoy these analysis videos, make sure to like the video. And since we just reached our goal of 690,000 subscribers, let's try to get this video to 69,000 likes once again. This also means that we now have a new subscriber goal. In my episode 65 analysis, I set a goal to hit 690,000 subs before episode 69, but we destroyed that goal, so now let's try to hit 1 million subscribers before 2024. I think with your help it is possible. Unless Dafuk decides to end the series at episode 69, which would be very goofy, but anyways, here we go. Episode 66 starts with the POV cameraman hearing some rocket and gunfire shots, and we see couple toilets on the frame. And if we freeze the frame here, it's clear that all these toilets are different toilets. The Strider toilet is shooting with his ding-dong as usual, but the weird thing we've never seen is in the background. There is a weird large toilet without any heads. This alone kind of shows us that this is the toilet's base, and the Alliance is attacking the toilets in this episode, but if you've watched the episode, you know that it gets crazier. Moments later, the camera pans to the right, and we see helicopter toilets entering the scene, and there is another weird large toilet. These kind of look like statues if you ask me, but I have no idea what their use could be other than accessories or maybe being used as test objects. We don't get to see what they exactly are, but seconds later the camera pans to the left, and we see a couple large cameramen with rocket launchers, and this goofy large cameraman literally shoots himself. I honestly got no words for you, bruh. Do better next time, but at least he doesn't die. We can also see a large speaker man moving behind the fire in the background, and right when the camera is about to pan up top. A speaker man riding a toilet goes through in front of the screen, but it's not clear how he is doing it because of the motion blur. We also see a new camera helicopter after such a long time. This new upgraded camera helicopter has 8 rocket launchers attached to it, and they do put it to use very well until they are shot down. RIP, if it was me driving the helicopter, I would have done better, bruh. But thanks to the crash and the rockets they used, they clear out the toilet wave on the left side, and the POV cameraman turns to his right. We see that we have a stun gun, and we actually might be the POV cameraman from episode 54, because it seems like the same weapon and the same suit. But since we are just a regular cameraman, there is no way to know. While shooting the stun gun and stunning the toilet, we can see a billboard on the back with a text on it. It's actually impossible to figure out what says on it, but if you freeze it on the right second, the first 2 letters seem like A and G, which could mean that the word is agent. But because the video's bitrate and the smoke in front of it, it's impossible to figure out what it says, but we all know that billboards with writings on it means that the secret agent is nearby, and we'll get to him in a second. The POV cameraman decides to hold behind the car, and we see a couple things in this scene. First of all, the cameraman next to us has the same weapon that the mech cameraman had attached to his mech in episode 54. And from the looks of it, it's some type of rocket launcher. Second thing being the Polaroid camera entering the scene, which indicates that the help for the Alliance is on the way. And if you have watched my theory videos, I mentioned that this episode was most likely going to be the main characters teaming up gathering in the same place, and that's what we got. And the Polaroid camera was the foreshadowing of that. The third and the most important thing in this frame is the green glow on the back, and we all know what this means. It's the secret agent. Even though we can't see his body, the green glow suddenly disappears, and the cameraman in front of us randomly looks to our right hand like there is something there. And we do look there as well, and we can see a tablet with a weird green screen, and there is a text on it. And if you do freeze at the right second, you can see the secret agent's face on the screen, but it's not really clear what's written. To see what exactly is written on the tablet, you need to watch frame by frame because every word gets clear on different frames. And if you go one by one, you first see the first word, which says run. After this, we can clearly see that it says are on the bottom left and Titan on the top right. And lastly, dead on the bottom right. This was shocking because are the Titans really dead? I personally don't think they are dead, but if Tafuk is actually planning to end the series soon, it could be possible, but we really don't know what happened after episode 65 and before episode 66 because Titan Speakerman seemed fine. But in this next scene, we see the tablet change into a different image. Pizza Hut meat lovers.